3, 2, 1. What's going on? What's going on, gatos? It's Ninja Gato back with another video on YouTube. What's going on? Hey, Chunky. Hey, Beppo. What's going on? I see you. Hi, Pete. Pete, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you for the first time tonight. So it turns out we have gatos. We have a very, very serious topic to talk about today. It affects us all. It affects us all on Twitch. Long time no see. Yep, a long time no see. So Twitch has some major changes coming up, guys. Some mega changes. So without further ado, let's just get into it, chat. Oh, gatos. There's been a difficult update about the Twitch workforce. Difficult update. Let me go ahead and make sure this is as slow as I can get it. Difficult update about the workforce on Twitch. So last night there was a leak on Twitter. That there was a potential layoff happening at Twitch. A big one. And today's news confirmed it. Dan Clancy sent out this note to the team today. It says, "To the Twitch community, I wanted to send a short note to let you know that we made a difficult decision to reduce the size of our workforce today. At this point in time, we are focused on communicating with our employees and providing them with clarity on how this impacts each of them. We greatly value the employees we're saying goodbye to today as people and professionals, and are grateful that all their efforts to support all of you. I'm sharing a copy of the email that went out to the company this morning to provide more context on the decision. Please know that Twitch remains focused on serving our streamers and ensuring that this is the best place to live stream for many years to come. And I know that you will have additional questions about how this might impact the community. I'll host a stream on Thursday, January 11th at 1 p.m. To speak to all of you." So, this is huge. Twitch is laying off a third of their workforce. 500 employees are getting Thanos snapped, given the pink slip. This is huge. It's I think, and looking at the email, it kind of talks about how the headcount is just too high. It's too high. The overhead costs are too high, and Twitch needs to be profitable. It needs to be profitable. So we'll come back to this letter, but I did find some clips on Twitter that talked about some of the key points that were on his live stream. So let me play them for you guys.
Bullish on Twitch. Gonna just ask, is Twitch currently at
1 second here.
Gonna
Let me
just ask,
get the audio set up. Yep. Let me just go ahead and turn off the music. Okay. So we can listen to Dan Clancy exclusively. There it goes. So the first question was about the Twitch Prime, which is one of the huge benefits that Twitch gives its community. So if you guys didn't know, if you have Amazon Prime and you connect your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, that gives you a free subscription to give Bezos bucks to your, one of your favorite streamers. And people are asking, is this going away? And Dan had this to say.
Gonna just ask, is Twitch currently at risk of getting the axe by Amazon? And the
Oh.
answer is emphatically no.
No.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Not at all.
Amazon is very bullish on Twitch. As I said, they've been investing heavily in Twitch. Gonna just ask, is
Okay, so is Twitch going to get basically axed or sold? So this is an important question that was asked because even on Twitter, people were speculating that, like, hey, they don't see live streaming as profitable. Can you turn a little louder? I'll make sure to do that on the next clip. So I don't see Twitch getting rid of. I don't see Twitch getting rid of, or Amazon getting rid of Twitch, because everybody wants to have the live streaming platform in the future. Costs are going to come down, and the user base is going to grow. So live streaming is very popular with the Gen Z, as well as it's starting to gain popularity with the millennials, and it will continue to grow. And it'll actually probably be, the method in a lot of people's opinion of how they're going to get their content and their entertainment. So everyone wants to be on the ground floor to be able to control that market. That's been Twitch's MO from the beginning. They know they're the best one. They're the go-to one internationally. No one's like Kick isn't even in the same ball game. YouTube doesn't give a crap about the live streaming space because they still get the content from the live streaming space. So they have no incentive, in my opinion, to try to grow their live streaming service. So they're going to put the minimum in it. So I think this is, important to talk about. I think Clancy's made the point that because we're laying off 500 people, it does not mean we're downsizing to be sold. A lot of people were worried about that because they're like, just watch, just watch. If they even have a hint of being able to be sold, you can bet your ass that Mr. Big E or Mr. Eddie at Kick would be thirsting because he's got more gamble money than he knows what to do with to buy it, Gonna make profits to work a long time. Yes, this is basically a loss. It is a loss leader. And that was what Dan Clancy talked about in another clip here. Twitch isn't profitable. Like, we'll hear it directly from the horse's mouth here. There we go.
We've implied this before, where we say we need to run it sustainably, but I'll be blunt. We aren't profitable at this
They're
point.
not.
Amazon has been extremely supportive of Twitch, and a big thing for being sustainable over time is ensuring that we don't lose money. And that's a big part of my job because that's going to be what makes sure
this is huge.
Long term.
This is huge.
We've
So the CEO just confirmed is not profitable. And Twitch will be the ground zero if it does take off and provide them the drop in the assumption that Twitch is purely for gamers. Yes, I honestly believe that a live streaming space will be very popular, and even freaking Zuck wants one, freaking Musk wants one, and Bezos, obviously, he's happy that he's got the best one currently. Like, yes, all the billionaires want it because they know it will make them money in the future. They don't care if it's making them losses in the short term. They see the long term. But this is huge news because this confirms that Twitch has the best price as far as AWS services go. Like, yes, they still purchase them from Amazon, but you don't. I know Bezos is going to give himself the Bezos discount for that type of, buying that. They're separate companies, so they literally have to, do it right by the books. But their overhead is probably much lower than all the other platforms. And as far as the AWS and servers service goes, so needing to cut costs to try to reach profitability, there's two levels. Or you're a company. There's two levers you can pull on. You can pull on your customer base to get more money out of them, but we as consumers of the Twitch products, by subscribing and stuff, we don't want to hear price increase. We absolutely don't. Like, we're mad enough that you raise the price of the Twitch Turbo, and then we're also mad that, like, if you even think about raising the price on subscribing to people, it gets expensive, especially if you want to subscribe to multiple streamers like myself. It adds up. It adds up. And we don't want to hear the word price increase. So the other lever you have to pull on is okay. Well, what can we do to reduce our costs? And I'm sure they've done a good job to see what they can do, from the infrastructure side. But there's the personnel side, and that's a big part of it. During COVID, Twitch was popping off like big time because everybody was on Twitch because everybody was home. Everybody was home with COVID money, and they were dropping it on up and coming streamers. And because there was that accelerated growth, Twitch needed to expand as quickly as possible, and they hired so many more staff to try to capitalize on that. And now it shows that okay, maybe they expanded a little too hard, a little too fast. And a third, that is huge. That is huge. That is a huge portion of your workforce you're just getting rid of. So this leads me to believe that all the strives they made, um, they're going to slow down. They're going to slow down. So, and then I think I briefly touched on the Prime benefit. There was a question if that was going away. So, like I said,
Um,
with the Bezos bucks, that's very huge to a lot of us streamers because sometimes, uh, you know, our viewers don't have have an extra $6 or $5 to give to their streamer, but they already have their Prime, so it's a nice incentive to give them the Bezos bucks, and I always appreciate Bezos bucks, and this is what sets Twitch apart from all the other platforms is they're still finding ways to support the streamers that are making the content. So when asked about if the Prime is going away, Dan Clancy had this to say.
Prime is a critical program for many streamers.
Yes, very
Um,
important.
we've already been looking across the company in terms of how to set us up for the long term.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will continue to evolve different aspects of our program because part of what I'm trying to do is get us into a framework that can live over a long time. The
Yes.
size of the company is one of those things that gets us to the right size for the longer period of time. When we did Partner Plus, we structured that so that we could continue to move that threshold. We're going to keep looking across our strategy with streamers. We did this with the ads incentive program. We want to get to where we can continue to grow and adapt and change as the market changes. And so there may be other changes, but I will tell you, Prime is an important part
Okay,
for
Prime is
our
staying.
viewers and our creators. So it's important for us to make sure Prime still exists in some way.
Okay, that's important. That's important. But he touched on something that makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if the partners and exclusivity contracts are going to be a thing of the past. Because if you think about that, technically the exclusive streamers are technically Twitch employees. So I wonder if that's going to get cut in the future. That's an interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. Um, all right, I think I had one other comment from him. Oh yeah, TwitchCon. So another thought that was going around is if the Dan Clancy and
Does it
Twitch
make sense?
are going to get rid of TwitchCon. He does talk about exclusivity. He says that it's already a thing of the past. Okay, thank you, Beppo. Thank you. I did not get that clip, but that's good to know. And I do feel like exclusivity should be a thing of the past. I think streamers should have the option to be on multiple platforms. This cat is literally multi-streaming right now. I am live on YouTube. I am live on Twitch. I am live on Kick, and I am live on Twitter. Though he didn't mention it, I do know that some have some contracts that haven't run out yet. Yep, and those are eventually going to go out. What's Twitter? X. That's right. I'm supposed to call it X. I'm never going to stop calling it Twitter, not because I still have to type in www.twitter.com. So, all right. So here's his comments on TwitchCon, which is a big event that happens every year to bring streamers and their communities together in one location.
stop doing TwitchCons for a few years to save money? No, I don't think so. First of all, while right now it's not quite true, but TwitchCon should be able to operate break even. It shouldn't cost us money to do
Yes.
TwitchCons. Um, uh,
The tickets are
we've made good
expensive,
progress on there. We need to keep making progress. People run conventions all the time to
but
make
that's the
money.
part of the Partner
I don't
Plus
think we need
program.
to make money on
They
TwitchCons.
weren't
I
doing
think
away
TwitchCons are very
with having
valuable
secret exclusive
opportunity to
contracts. That's
bring
pretty
the
much
community
no one
together in
liked.
person.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think it's very
True, Beppo.
important. We've got uh, we've got two coming up. And we're going to announce that soon.
Oh, okay. So there's two Twitch cons already lined up. There's already lined up. Okay, so that's important to know. So part of me understands the business aspect of this. It's Twitch is not profitable, and they need to fix that. So they're cutting a huge portion of their staff, going down to a skeleton crew, in theory. Two, part of me hopes that that helps get rid of some of the old guard that isn't following Dan's vision. Uh, so I've talked about it on my stream in previous YouTube videos. I'm not happy that Twitch is not embracing the e-girl culture and is caving to the vocal minority. Uh, this was wild, to be honest. True, Bulldom is true. 1/3 of one out of every three people you work with all of a sudden disappear. That's crazy. And welcome back to Stream Bulldom. Yeah, so this is huge news, but part of me is hoping that this helps get rid of some of the old guard that has not been following in Dan's vision. So Dan had the vision to, hey, let's not be as hard on the ladies as we have been on these girl creators. They're on our platform. Let's allow them to dance. Allow them to strip and twerk tastefully, mind you, tastefully and respectfully. And he even had a vision for artistic nudity. And I think it was an L, like a huge L, that they made that vision start at the end of last year, and then did a complete 180 on the artistic nudity portion of it. Because let's just face it, people were using AI to generate artistic nudity, aka really hyper realistic porn, and they were streaming it on Twitch, and it was getting lots of views. But I will agree that the advertisers of the Google's Android stores and the probably the Apple store weren't going to be happy about it. Weren't going to be happy that they're literally live streaming pornography. But I think it was an L. I think it was an L that they, decided to reverse face on it. I just think they needed to go tighter on the controls with bans and things, but they're not actively trying to do that. And I say that because on YouTube and Instagram, there are, yeah, but I think it hurt them a lot. That is a point, Vic. That is a good point, Vixen. I don't watch, uh, I don't watch e-girl content, but I do believe they should be allowed on Twitch Shrug. Yes, I will agree with you. If Twitch is looking to grow, I don't think they should be in the market of getting rid of creators on their platform. Like that is not that is not what they should be doing. They should be getting rid of bad actors. I will agree with that. We'll see you next time, Popsaki. But I don't feel like they should be in the business of getting rid of creators that have large audiences. Um, yeah, there's tons of them. There are tons of e-girls. They're still here, by the way. Like even though that is a cat and mouse game that they will play till the end of time. Like I was making the point that there's artistic nudity on YouTube, and there's artistic nudity and on Instagram. Like they too have allowed it. Um, it's still a cat and mouse game over there, but I feel like Twitch needs to emulate more what YouTube does and what Instagram does, as opposed to iron fisting it and get it going back to the old ways. That's true. I ultimately agree, but mainly advertisers are overly risk averse. I know, Bulldog, and I agree with you. And I will also agree that YouTube and Instagram have are still doing a better job than Twitch on making those, having that content on there while still maintaining advertisers. And I think Twitch needs to do what they can to emulate that and not, try to get rid of a lot of these creators. We need to grow as a platform. That's why I'm saying, like, we need e-girls, we need sports, we need, even though I don't like it, regulated gamba. Um, Advertiser thing is weird. I wish there was more info on that. That's the part that's all smoke and mirrors and backdoor type of stuff. I'll agree with that, Chunky. Like we don't have the privilege of knowing like who's the advertiser and what are they really mad about, and is it really a big deal? Amazon doesn't really care about Twitch. Yes, I will agree, Bulldom. Amazon does not care. Like they don't even like their previous Twitch CEO like didn't even know he was the CEO basically. But I will agree that Amazon knows that Twitch is a future venture that can be profitable in the future. Um, so I'm sad this happened. I'm sad 1/3 of the workforce is going to be gone. But I hope that Twitch will be more lean in the future. I hope that Twitch will, do things to, treat us creators better. I also hope that they execute more aligned with Dan's vision to drive this company because I will say it's been really weird to watch a CEO get knocked out due to his own bureaucracy. Still really sad that 500 people out of work. That makes life difficult. That is true, Vixen, and it has never been harder, inflation-wise, for that to happen for a lot of families. It was also funny because on Twitter, freaking, of course, Kick was like making as much noise as possible, but Kick was like, "Hey, any of you really good live stream, engineers want to come to Kick?" Uh, that is obviously for clout, and but maybe they'll get some jobs with Kick, maybe, but definitely, I will compliment Eddie at Kick that he's been running it really lean. The Kick team is very small and it's profitable because of the Gamba. I think I see profitability in all their products, but they're consistently reinventing them. I don't know how long they'll let Twitch be Twitch without a huge shakeup. You can see how often they change stuff like buttons and Amazon Mom. Yeah, yeah, we'll agree, Bulldog. Like we saw features like the moments. Do you guys remember the moments like where you'd get like a little icon that commemorated a moment that you shared with your streamer? Like that came and went within a year, which is kind of sad because some developer spent a lot of time and effort with a team to make that possible, and then getting it over to the streamers, getting the streamers to use it, for them to decide that it didn't add enough value and to scrap it. But I will agree it's been interesting to watch a CEO half get held back by his own bureaucratic take. Dan Clancy is a streamer too. Like he literally just recently became partner and he got freaking rejected on his first application. And that's kind of makes you chuckle, but at the same time it's like, bro, this is your CEO. And then like he really had this vision of artistic nudity, and he had no issue. He went on to Rafflegator's stream and said he didn't see the problem with the topless meta. He didn't think there was an issue, but we saw Twitch give the axe to that. So that to me speaks that people within Twitch are not following the vision of their CEO. And basically, like, we run the show and we listen to the vocal minority because we agree with them. Twitch needs to go back to gaming and gaming content only. Gatos, I'll let you in on a little secret. Gaming content and gaming content only is not that entertaining. It is entertaining to a minority of people, and it even has niches within niches. I don't think there's an issue in the beginning phase. It was just educational. It became bad, but Morg Pie, the original girl, was doing was fine in my eyes. I'll agree with you, Bob. Bill Bulldog. I don't see the issue. Like they literally took a step back, and you could see the clothing. Like we saw, like I was showing Fire Dancer's, response on Twitter where she had the black bars, she made them disappear. You saw that she was wearing a halter top. It was hidden, the straps were hidden by her hair, and then she had these little shorts. Um, we'll see you, Grogden. Thanks for coming by. And like, I don't feel like the black bars were doing anything. Like, it was an L. It was an L. Hey, good morning, Olive. We watched your crazy video, by the way. The one with the uh, organic computer that traumatized us. Um, so, like I said, I feel like Dan Clancy's been fighting the beast from inside the beast, and I hope this helps him, you know, transform the company into his vision, and he can help drive it to profitability. Because hearing it not being profitable from the CEO's mouth, that's heavy. That's heavy because you have another competing platform, Kick, which is basically Stake.com. This has already got on file and said, no, we're profitable. And we know that's because they're running extremely lean and powered by Gamba and Gamba Go Burr. So, okay, Twitch, you need to take some of those lessons learned and employ them at Twitch. And I think that the artistic nudity isn't drawing actual sex is completely okay and should be on the platform. There are hundreds of Free the Nipple protests being hosted on YouTube because that's a matter of free speech. That is true, Bulldog. A lot of people are still having that same fight on other platforms. Like I know if you're breastfeeding on like you have breastfeeding content on Instagram, you can have it on. You can see a nipple on Instagram. You just have to search for breastfeeding. It became an issue, but Instagram has figured is doing their best to keep it contained. And on YouTube, you can see naked yoga, and they're doing their best to keep that contained. And Twitch needs to emulate those methods to isolate and contain. And if there's advertisers that are like boobs and guns, hell yeah, like yes, allow those advertisers to put their advertisements on that content. So this was a big change today. So I wanted to talk about it. I want to share it with my gatos and share it to see what your guys' thoughts were. I'll agree with you. It's not. It doesn't feel good to see 500 people get let go, but I understand the business aspect of it, and I just hope that Twitch becomes a better platform going forward and not a worse platform. Um, I think Musk is fighting the same battle on X or Twitter, and it's a battle. Well, the biggest issue is the banks that don't allow adult content. They stop doing business with you. That is true, Beppo. That is true. That's the root of the issue. The root. Like you dig to the advertisers that go to the Play stores, then they will point you all the way back to the bank. And I'm wondering what the hell that's about. So, all right. All right, Gatos. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being a part of the video. And we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you. Watch my Twitch. Watch my Kick. I still need to get affiliate on Kick. I need